Okay, this is the Macneil interview. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. I'm Darcy Santucci. I own Macneil,
And you make all the products?
and I make all the products.
My name is Harrison Boyce. I do all the graphics, and I don't know anything. This is Laser Dick.
Yeah, well, I'm Andrew Lazaruk, Laser Dick.
AKA Laser Dick.
Can we address that real quick? How did you get this name?
It's a long and
okay.
not as exciting story as you would think.
You shot a laser out of your dick one time.
No.
I wish.
She had a
It's
chick that had
because
laser tits. They shot out of her nipples.
I'm just gonna
Oh, sorry.
one of those two, and
Yeah.
people can guess what it is.
Well, BSD wouldn't tell us what BSD stands for, so
Like,
if you want to be mysterious, I completely understand.
I just remember going to Metro Jams, and he had like a fan club, like dudes in the crowd with like megaphones, just
There was a giant sign and a huge cock and balls with like a
With
out of
the-
the
yeah.
cock head. And it's just a laser dick, and they would just scream. It was so
and his
good.
parents would be there too.
Yeah.
I never could have known that there was so much hype surrounding you at first glance, but now I know. It's pretty impressive.
Wow.
So,
It's between that and the Magnum PI look.
what do you got to tell me about this frame that we have right here?
This is Kevin Crowley's new frame. He's worked on it for ever since he's been on the team. We've kind of been talking about doing some signature stuff with him. And this is the frame we came up with. It's kind of like a variation of the Barado because he really enjoyed riding the Barado frame. We switched to a mid BB. The new cranks we have a 22 millimeter spindle. Our old ones were 19, so we kind of stepped it up to that. A lot of people are pretty psyched on this matte finish in the front kind of quarter here.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Wow. Is this a Harrison Boyce brainstorm right here?
This is a little collaboration
Okay.
between Darcy and myself.
Wow, is this the first ever BMX frame that has both the matte and the same color and matte and gloss?
We did a Witten frame back in the day that had these crazy stripes.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, kids thought they were stickers, and they'd fucking spend hours trying to peel the stickers off, but it was just a thicker clear coat.
And I remember you telling me that was like impossible to explain to Taiwan how you wanted it to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
What about this?
This was pretty
This
easy.
was super easy.
They got it?
I don't even know how the fuck they got it. so
Yeah, that's
easy. They
impressive
did.
that
Yeah, I
they
was
figured that
surprised.
out and did it.
One of my favorite things though is that you could put a side pull brake on this frame. I don't know why they drilled that hole in there. I did not ask for that hole. It's just there.
Wow. So anything else in the product line that we should talk about that you're excited about?
I have some cranks in my backpack that's way the hell over there.
No. We'll have we can shoot photos and everything after. So,
Very cool.
What's up with the cranks?
Cranks, we had the conjoined cranks for like 6 years now, and we thought we'd do something different. The new cranks are just based off of kind of a traditional crank design that I really liked. A lot of people were doing the 2-piece or 2.5-piece or whatever. These are straight up 3-piece, 48 spline, 22 millimeter, thick ass crank arms with, I don't know what's
Do
called.
kids care?
Investment. Do kids care?
Oh, I think they
I
care.
don't know, kids do care.
Oh yeah, they care about
You gotta
this.
list
Let
the
us know if you
specs.
care.
Both ends are invest cast, and it's there's a lot more surface area. We'll bring some pictures.
Okay, perfect. What the Macneil team or the team has gotten some new additions, Corrali and Lil Jeff, and probably some other ones that I'm not thinking of. How did you guys get in contact with both of them?
Corrali actually phoned us up out of like he'd done some touring up in Canada with our distribution company.
Right, 10
And
pack.
he really enjoyed just hanging out with other guys and shit. So he just called us up one day and was like, kind of looking for something different. And yeah,
Was
pretty
Lil
happy
Jeff
with
a product of you living on the East Coast now?
No, it's Darcy and Frank from Animal like chill in Taiwan a bunch,
Yeah.
that.
and
we
we've wanted to kind of get somebody out on the East Coast, but I don't really, like
You
I
don't
said,
know too
I don't know anything.
Yeah. how into BMX are you these days?
I still like it a lot. Yeah, I still enjoy doing all the graphics and stuff.
You
But
know what? This is the perfect time to ask the question. How many uniques do you get? Because I don't know
I
if this is
know.
worth Harrison's time.
I don't even know. I honestly couldn't tell you. I could tell you around,
Did you watch Saturday Night Live last weekend?
It's on the list. Harrison SNL. Harrison filmed, edited or you tell me. What do you do for Saturday Night Live?
I just shot it all. It's a pretty once you get to like that type of stuff, there's like
Editing
a
is a
lot
whole
of
different thing.
different people. Yeah, so I just shot the whole
The
thing.
people watching this have no idea what you guys are talking
I
about.
shot I don't know the opening credits for Saturday Night Live.
Right, and if you do that, how long does it run for? Is it a season?
The last one ran for like 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I don't know. It kind of depends. It's super random.
How'd you get a gig like that?
I don't know. Being in New York's weird because I think like you just kind of start meeting people, and
Right.
everything I've got in New York's kind of been through word of mouth. And I was like, I moved there and I was real nervous that it would be hard to like make it and like get shit going and stuff.
Right.
But I feel like if you like go and show up and you're not an idiot and like you do work and you can like navigate like personal situations, you start meeting a lot of
Right.
people, and And
Would you
just
say that filming BMX is kind of is it relevant to filming something like an intro?
Oh, completely.
To it?
Yeah, it's like we ran around the city like with a 5D like,
right.
and just shot people and like.
And they're probably not even used to somebody like you who could just get it done quickly and easily because you're so used to traveling around and filming casually. For
it sounds like you guys didn't have much time otherwise though.
Well, the SNL producer would be like, he was like super like, okay, we really have to like make sure we don't show people. He was like really nervous about filming like just in non-permitted locations and like just shoving cameras in people's faces. But because of BMX, like I don't give a fuck. Like I'll film anybody. It's like I'm not afraid. He'd like try to have me hide behind poles and I would just roll up in people and film stuff. So
I mean, they don't know if you're taking photos.
But it's crazy how similar like just doing that whole shoot was to like shooting a BMX thing. Because we just rolled around the city, and a lot of the stuff I went out by myself and just rode my bike, like and just filmed shit on my own. So. Like on my bike and my camera.
I heard you managed to sneak a little bit of BMX in there.
Yeah, Nigel's got a clip.
Oh, it's Nigel.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like in between the very end where they have the musical guest, and then they have like a full clip of Nigel, and then they show the host of the week. So he's got a clip in there.
Very nice. So how involved with you are you? Is it hard being involved with Macneil when you're all the way over there in Brooklyn?
We just do like weekly Skype meetings, and it's pretty. I don't know. I don't really feel. I'm sure these
We're
guys.
actually supposed to do 2, but you're usually doing something.
Yeah, I'll usually get a text like, "Yo, are you in the meeting?" And I'm somewhere like I'm like in a different country or something like that. Oh fuck, it's Tuesday. Like no, but I'm sure these guys probably get more frustrated than I do.
I don't get frustrated. I'm psyched for you, man.
Awesome. Well, yeah, it's I have a lot of fun doing it still. Like I feel like
Harrison started working at Macneil when he was in high school.
Right. Yeah.
And just progressed from there. So we're just psyched for anything that he gets to do.
Laserdick, what are your general responsibilities over there?
Not much.
It's kind of like rocking a tank top and growing a beard. That's what he does. Yeah.
I think I do that okay.
You do a really good job.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So what's the main difference between a Miron McNeil and a post-Miron McNeil? Because I haven't been there post-Miron.
You mean the actual company itself?
Yeah, like is things different? Do you feel like it runs better, worse? What's the differences?
It's really hasn't. Not a lot has actually changed. Jamie and I just have the same conversations as one less person to have an opinion, so it's just shit just gets done a little faster. It's easy.
I feel like it's like being able to. I guess we really focused on the team and stuff since that all went down. I don't know if there's any reason, but it was kind of like just any type of big shift in the company is like it's a way to step back and kind of look at like okay, what's going on, like
it was
what should we work on,
a rebirth sort of deal.
And I feel like it might have happened if Jay was still there. It wasn't anything related to him not being there, but it was like I said, like there's some weird big thing that happens that makes you kind of rethink like everything that's going on. So it was like we kind of focused the products and like rethought the team and started to like we didn't want to just buy a bunch of dudes, so we kind of tried to figure out like who the younger guys are. They're killing it and really like kind of invest in dudes and help them kind of grow and become.
Well, that was why it was so cool when Kevin just called us out of nowhere. Because we didn't want to just go and buy somebody like
right.
It was just like just so organic that way.
Right.
It's awesome.
So yeah, have you guys really ramped up the promotional budget a bit? Because I know you're doing more web content. You got that Long Beach house. You got a few dudes on the team that you didn't have before. Is that a real conscious decision? You guys really pushing to grow this year?
Yeah, we've definitely tried to grow a whole bunch of really cool guys. The Long Beach house was a great idea, but
it was a good idea. It didn't really pan out.
It was just a crazy dude that owned a house.
All right, there's story times now.
Oh fuck no, I'm not.
So I just forwarded this email. This cleaning lady sends.
Well, and
so
I
always read. I don't know anything what's going on. I just get this fucking email. Darcy's like, you have to read this. This cleaning lady shows up. Apparently she gets freaked out, but she writes this email like, I'm in this house. It is extremely dangerous. I do not feel safe. There's computers and they're doing credit card scams.
She said we couldn't have possibly paid for the house and that we probably used a stolen credit card to use it, and there's computers everywhere, essentially implying we run a fucking credit card scam out of the house.
But that is what every BMX like road trip house is.
Exactly. There's laptops
and
like camera charger, batteries like everywhere, and that's exactly what it was.
The owner of the house leaves me like a 5-minute message. They're doing computer stuff.
One sentence in that email is, they was doing computers and stuff.
Oh my god, quoted perfectly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's quite something.
Oh, there's also a dude with no shirt on. So she had to leave.
Yeah.
But seriously, Dylan, no shirt, I'd probably have to leave.
Dylan Lloyd.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we talk about him? Because he's probably one of my favorite up-and-coming riders. How did you guys originally get him on the team?
I'll tell you exactly what happened. Jay phoned me one day. I was over in Taiwan. He's like, hey, just sponsored a 14-year-old today. I was
14?
Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? And he's like, kid is amazing. All right, met Dill. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking pretty cool. Went riding, and I was like, holy fuck, this kid's amazing.
Yeah.
He was like kind of 15 by the time I'd actually got to hang out with him, and then he's just been so hungry, so after it ever since then.
Because it's not easy to go to California and film, a banger section that is on all the spots that all these big time pros have been riding for 20 years, And I mean, he did it. That web video is unreal.
No, it was fucking crazy watching that happen. He just went to spots and there were some tricks that he wanted to do that he just hadn't found the setups for, and when he found it, he did it no problem, and it was incredible to watch.
He's like a idiot savant kind of he's very calculated in the way he rides, but he's if you
I know a lot of dudes like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's epic, man. He's amazing.
Yeah, dudes who could truck 20 like Stevie Churchill could truck a 20 stair, but if he needs to buy a stick of deodorant, I probably got to go to the fucking store with him. Sorry, Stevie. Yeah, one of those guys. Yeah.
No, but he's awesome.
Does anybody have an Austin Dillon story? Because this would be a great place to drop one. Because he is hilarious.
It's not that awesome, but at the house, we were in a pretty shitty neighborhood, and Dylan would...
Just wait. I paid so much money for this fucking house because it was supposed to be in Long Beach. It was in...
I swear if we were 2 blocks north, we wouldn't have a Long Beach address.
It was in hell.
Wasn't there, what did they say, a Sizzler was across the street, the 7-Eleven next door?
Sizzler, 7-Eleven, McDonald's, and then our house. We were... Yeah.
Wow.
But Dylan would fucking kill it all day and then just get super high at night and then be afraid to walk to McDonald's by himself.
Dude, I don't think it's because he was super high. It's because that was a scary McDonald's.
No,
I went to it too.
Either way, whatever it was, but the way he would convince people to come with him was that he'd buy them an ice cream cone from McDonald's. So he'd get super high and then try and convince somebody else that was at the house at the time to go with him and then buy him an ice cream cone as their reward for walking across the street with him. I didn't have any.
No.
Because no.
How's the scene out in Vancouver?
It's amazing. A lot of people moving from across the country to come and hang out there. It's really good.
Nice. How everybody always wants to bring this up when it comes to Macneil, but how's the pivotal doing? Because it seems like everybody's trying to figure out some way that they don't have to use the pivotal anymore, but the pivotal is still going. I think we
should stop and little introduction about Darcy's history.
Darcy invented the pivotal, Steve.
And prior to that, Darcy had basic bikes.
Okay.
Does anybody even know what that is?
I know the name, but because you sponsored out in band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Andrew Ferris and Dave Osano and Jay Miron.
Wow.
Miller,
Yeah, they
Paul Buchanan.
to tell the world how you started basic bikes.
Okay.
Like an asshole.
It's a good story. You're gonna appreciate it.
Let's hear this.
For real?
Yeah, that's a fucking
Basic bikes. Let's do it. It's
Yeah.
all old people watching this anyway. It's all
Alright.
industry guys.
All right. A long time ago, 1992 maybe, 3, something like that. Went to a contest in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I was riding some beat up S&Ms, just all twisted and fucked up. And I was talking to Bill Nitschke on the deck of a ramp, and he's like, yeah, well, that standard shit we've been doing? Yeah. Those guys can't pay for all the bikes that are sitting in this warehouse.
Okay.
So go there and you'll be able to just buy one out the back door. I'm like, that sounds all right. So I cruise over there, buy one, and I'm driving home in my fucking 74 Volkswagen bus with no heater in the middle of the winter back to Canada. And I'm thinking, I'm going to buy all of them.
Yeah.
Just buy as many as I can, sell them. So I went home, bought some screens and made stickers, screen printed these basic bike stickers.
How many bikes were we talking at the time though?
It was 300 frames maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of pegs, a whole bunch of coaster shells, a bunch of standard stuff. It's basic standard. I hijacked standard. Back in the
So he
Is
bought all these
that
standard.
why
He bought all these.
Turno doesn't like you so much?
He bought all
Does
these.
Montana not like you to this day?
I haven't
Just
seen
tell
Montana.
the story. Tell that.
not telling
No,
that story.
do it.
So
I'm
basically,
angry.
No, tell it. You have to, especially now.
Okay, so anyway,
Yeah.
I made shirts that said basic, the new standard. And then I made a shirt that had a Mustang logo on it. Because the reason that they couldn't buy these bikes, from what I heard, was Kurt and Rick both bought new Mustangs.
Okay.
So I made a shirt that had a Mustang logo, and the back just said priorities.
Wow. Do you not like them at the time?
I know. I was
You didn't have beef. You were just joking
around. It was
around.
just like a marketing sort of. Just
Yeah.
fucking
You're just a
around, you know?
dickhead kid.
It was just a
I'm
funny
not
thing
kidding.
to
How old were you
do.
at
I
the
was
time?
18.
18?
Yeah, I was
How the
18.
hell do you have money to buy 300 frames
I
when you're
didn't.
18?
I sold like 6 to one guy, or like I just, you know, like just hustled it.
But they give you terms, so you didn't have to put it up?
No, I didn't buy any of them. I bought like I would phone the guy like every week and
Okay.
I sold 3 more, and then it was just get up.
You didn't pay the team at the time, I'm assuming.
No,
way.
no. Sorry, guys.
Did
I
Jay
didn't actually ever
Miron,
make any money, so.
did Jay Miron go straight from basic to Schwinn?
Jay wasn't actually on basic.
Oh,
He
okay.
just ran our bars and our sprockets and our pegs.
Because
And
he
stuff.
rode for Hoffman in between
Yeah,
that,
he was
right?
on Schwinn
Right,
at
yeah.
the time. He was on Schwinn at the time. He was just being cool to us. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
What's the Montano story?
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
No, it's
The kids
it's
wanna
short
know
but
this.
funny.
It's like anything else. It's like we were.
He beat you up.
Okay.
No.
He still might. He's a big dude. We ran an ad, and it said it was a Chad DeGeard ad. It was just a small ad, and it said, "One frame will last you a lifetime." And we took it, photocopied shit, and it said, "We stole their bikes, and now they're ad." It was exactly the same picture. We put it in Ride, and I was in California at a contest, and Losi shows up with a whole stack of these magazines and starts handing them out. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm sitting next to the deck with Brian Castillo, and I'm like, this is going to get crazy. I'm watching Rick, he's flipping through it. Ron Kellner and him started looking for me. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to die. It was scary. Rick's a big kid. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but Rick's a big kid.
Yeah. And what, did he just give you a stern talking to? Or?
No, it got a little bit heated. Taj was cool. He's like, kind of, because Taj is really big too. He kind of stepped
Taj
in
was
there.
trying to break this up.
Yeah, not really break it up, just sort of like
Mediator?
mediating. That's what he did.
That's a good term for that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's no big. It wasn't like a big deal. It didn't actually get crazy. But then I started getting death threats in my house
From Rick.
from Rick.
Oh my
He'd be all
God.
drunk, like, "I'll fucking kill you," and I don't blame him. Like seriously,
Yeah.
it's a total dick shit. I was
That's a
being
cool
dick.
story, though. I appreciate you telling
think? I
that.
think it's a terrible story.
No, that's great, man. Rick
So anyway.
Montano, death threat. I mean, people don't know about that.
Yeah. And then I think the icing on the cake.
Yeah,
is
this
he
is
wants
what.
to-
Yeah.
I forget. I did an interview with somebody. And somebody asked what I thought of Rick Montano, and I was like, I think he's a bit of a liar. He said he's gonna kill me, but I'm still alive.
That was what I was
That's
trying
what
to
he
get
wanted
to.
me to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
And Rick never responded to that?
No, he didn't. But you know what, Rick?
Yeah, you were a kid.
I was definitely a kid. I was 18 years old.
And how old was Rick at the time?
He was a grown-ass man for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then you made your own frames and turned
Yeah.
it
Then we
into
started making our own frames, and then, you know, had a few ideas
And
since then.
why did Basic go down and why did McNeil start? This is all before my time.
Yeah, this is way long. Wow, this is a big long story.
Because McNeil was 99, 2000?
99, we kind of started 2000, yeah. Yeah, it was definitely earlier than that. It was like 93, 94, 95.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then why
I had a
did it
business
end?
partner, and I'm not exact. I don't want to get into how all that went down, but it was just a big.
Bad.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Mm.
So then into Pivotal, right?
And the pivotal, yeah.
Oh, and then I made a seat that did this.
So let's be completely honest here, and I'm not sucking you off. It's not because you guys advertise, but the pivotal is probably the BMX product in the last 10, 20 years
Nothing's changed. Yeah.
that has swept the nation and taken over all the bicycles really. I mean, because it's a lot of mountain bikes and road do it too, right?
Yeah, we're trying to break into a few different markets with some new designs and stuff. But as far as like it kind of catching on in BMX, I don't know, lucky I guess, just right timing.
Yeah, good timing, and I mean, you did it right, getting the patent and everything, I guess.
Yeah. And like it's sort of weird because like there's so many parts on a bike, but so many people are just focusing on that because it's turned out pretty well, which
Right.
to me is sort of like you could just like make something else better, you know?
And it's funny too because you remember how much hate it got when it first came
Oh, yeah.
out. That people acted like it was the stupidest idea ever.
I don't remember that at all.
I mean, not that everybody said that, but there was definitely a lot of people hating on it.
Well, I kind of fucked up. I wanted to make it look really like stand out from other seats, so I
Right.
made that little fucking
The weird
small
post with
thing,
the- yeah.
and just
I was guilty. I remember I was all like sweating Ruben at the time, and I had a GT drop nose seat, and I was
Yeah.
riding for McNeil.
Man,
and,
if I
this-
could do a perfect Ruben impersonation, I would do it right now because he was the one that really opened my fucking eyes.
About how stupid it looked.
He's like,
at
I'm a
first.
real. He just basically was like, oh man, I wish I could do a Ruben impersonation right now.
You're
But he
pretty good at
basically-
him.
He's like,
Yeah, you are.
gotta make it like I'm not doing it.
Do it.
You gotta do like a GT drop nose. Like you gotta do a longer, cooler seat, and
Yeah.
that shit will take off like crazy.
Because the drop nose at the time was everywhere.
That's what he was running, and that's what he told me. He's like, you just gotta make it like a really cool seat, and everyone will buy that shit. And I was like, I don't know. And then I did, and it went pretty well. So thanks, Ruben.
Wow. Would you agree? I think Miron said to me at one point that if he had to do the whole pivotal thing over, that he never would have branded it as McNeil. You agree with that?
That was probably the biggest pain in the ass of it. Was like a lot of people were like, I don't want to put my brand name on something that already is branded as another brand.
Right.
It makes sense, I get it, but every railed seat, like they didn't invent the railed seat, so
Right.
why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was kind of my argument against that all the time. And then once a few people did it, like Ralph from Animal jumped on pretty
Yeah.
early. Ron from Two Hip jumped on pretty early, and
So it went from there. Now,
Yeah, it went from there, yeah.
You can't buy a rail seat now, pretty much.
there's still some, but
There's here and there for the
Yeah.
old folks who still appreciate that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How are those pivotal checks?
fuck, man.
They got you feeling good? You living good?
So fat.
Oh my god. I hear things once in a while.
Oh, so fat.
Wow.
Amazing.
Jeez. If you ever want to, take me out to dinner or whatever, just let me know.
I think this might be why a lot of the advertisers really talk to me a lot.
Yo,
Good chance.
But do you feel that you have a lot to live up to in a sense where because you're a real deal? Would you agree with this? A real deal design nerd when it comes to BMX. That's your thing. That's just what you like. You like design and stuff. And
Yeah, I like most people would be offended by being called a nerd, but yes, I really.
well, I'm an internet nerd. He's a graphic design nerd.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
You're not offended by that?
nerdiness goes a long way because what you do in your 20s, your 30s, whatever, is usually is based around what you were doing when you were 15. Like if you end up having a cool life, what you were doing when you were 15 for free.
Yeah.
By the time you're like 21, 25, whatever, like that's what you end up usually doing with your life, like or at least being interested in. I mean, you told me that you're going to car shows and looking at wheels to get ideas for sprockets
Yeah,
and stuff.
that's kind of shit I do for sure. Like, it actually drives my lady crazy. Like, I'm always just stopping, taking pictures of things and looking at things, because shit's cool. Like,
What do you want to change next? What's the next
What's
one?
the next
What has
pivotal,
room
yeah.
for improvement on a bike? It seems like everybody's trying to figure out just better hubs now
I have a new thing coming out that's gonna change the world.
of a hub.
No, not up.
Why didn't you get into
It's gonna
the
change
free
the
coaster
world.
race?
Wow, because I was just talking about it earlier. I saw the new free coaster that Eclaw came out with,
Yeah.
and I saw it, and I was like, I like Harry a lot, we're
Yeah.
friends, and I was like, I feel like a fucking idiot.
Because
it's so
it's
easy
great?
and good. Yeah, it's good.
It's great.
really good.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm done even thinking about that. It's done.
And you're not saying that because Tenpack distributes Eclat.
You can buy your free coaster hubs at Tenpack in Canada.
You can't. No, you can't.
Shops.
You gotta buy the shops in Canada.
No, do not phone Tenpack. No, for real though, it's really good. Like,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
So
It's a really simple idea, and that's what it needs to be. Everybody's trying to make it overly complicated and shit.
Right.
I'd look at different drawings all the time. Different people in Taiwan would come up to me and be like, "Oh, hey, we figured out the free coaster." Because it's been like, it's the holy grail. Like everyone's been
Right.
trying to figure it out, right? So people would show me different designs. I'm like, "Oh, that's not gonna work. That sucks." And then I saw this one that Harry made, and I'm like, "Done." I'm not even looking at that anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
that's
really
very
good.
impressive. Yeah, because you're a good person to ask, especially about this. Is like, what did you see at Interbike this year that impressed you in terms of new products?
Well, there's a whole line of. Did you see those chicks walking in today?
Yep.
It's
Chicks?
crazy, yeah. Like 100.
I didn't see any.
It's like 100 chicks in white dresses, and they just walked all past. It was really weird.
That's what you were excited by.
Oh, I wasn't excited. I was just impressed.
That is good.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing going on in BMX right now in terms of parts and design? Let's burn some bridges.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't sound like a very good question to answer. You know what? I'm gonna go right.
Okay.
You know how that goes. Ask him.
He's grabbing a beer.
Me too.